Okay, guys, I'm still out here in the garden, Gigi fam. And what I'm doing now is I'm transplanting one of my persimmon trees, and I have it in here in this bucket here. I'm putting it in this pot here. And what I did was put one of my wheel things for my green stalk tower on them. I have some extra ones, and instead of just putting this down on the ground, and I may need to shift it around and change it, I have it on some wheels. So once I put the soil in, it's probably going to get heavy. As you can see, I do have leaves in the bottom. I went around my yard in different places and just gathered up leaves. There's always leaves falling every day, so we gather them up and put them in here, or I either go to the trash pile and I gather them and put them in here. But this is what I'm doing right now, putting these leaves, putting this sand in here. This is my big bucket of soil that I have always had, that I be keeping and throwing stuff in. So it's pretty much got a lot of fertilizer stuff in here. I do see earthworms, but I'm putting it in here. I'm choosing not to totally fill this thing all the way up with soil. If I need to do something different, I will, but I'm loosening this soil, seeing what's in here. See plenty of earthworms. Yep, plenty of earthworms right there. I don't know if y'all can see that worm right there. Yeah, he's going in here. And I always think it's easier and faster if I do by hand instead of shovel or something. To me, a shovel is just more work. It really is. There's some roots in here, and I will be picking them out because I don't want any roots in there. Nothing in there to bound it up. Because this is old soil from other trees that I have in here. And I've been throwing little pieces of plants and stuff in here. So that's where some of the roots come from. But I'll pick any thick roots out. We don't need that. So that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm going to transplant this persimmons tree. I chose to transplant this particular one here because it doesn't have any fruit on it. The other one has one fruit on it. It started out with 4. We only have 1. I'm probably not going to transplant that because I don't want to take a chance of making that fall off. It's still very, very green and hard, so I know it's nowhere near ready. So I'm choosing this one because it's just limbs. If I lose anything, I lose a limb. So that'll be okay. It probably could survive, but I'll be upset with myself if I mess with that other one and I lost the fruit. So I'm not going to transplant it just yet. But that's what we're doing. I'll get back with you guys when I get this done. Guys, I just brought you back in so I can show you what all I'm putting down in this pot with this persimmons tree. I got some old, this is just some tomato skin. Y'all, I'll be saving everything. And then I have some old banana peel. I'm gonna dump that down in here too. Well, this look like mango peel. I'm gonna dump that in here too. Yeah. I don't know where my gloves at, cause honey, I just came back to show you all what I'm putting in here. I have my food counter composter, countertop compost out here, and I have been grinding and grinding and grinding away. I have some of that, and I'm gonna sprinkle some of this in here. It's not completely broken down because I just been adding a little bit and running it, but I'm gonna sprinkle some of that in here too. I have some bone meal. Gonna put that in here. Got me in these gloves. I'm trying to take my little polish job. And I know it's earthworms in there, but I'm still add some earthworm casting in here too as well. I'm gonna push the big pieces of food down in there, let the worms find it. The worms will eat this stuff. When I see worms in my stuff, I usually get some leaves off of one of the other plants and stuff them down inside the dirt. If it break down and the worms find it, that's good. Now I have that down in there. Pushing that down in there. And this is the tree right here that I'm taking out. This is the tree that I'm getting out right here. I had to Velcro this sucker to I had to Velcro it to make it kind of stand up and want to lean. So I'm hoping I could get a better stand out of it than what it came with. I have some little scissors here. Cut these little plastic pieces off of it. They had it tucked pretty good. Y'all, I'll get back with y'all when I get this out of this pot. Hi, Gigi fam. I'm still out here in the garden. Still out here working. Come to show you what I have accomplished so far. I had to take a little break because I took Olivia to work. Then I stopped by the store and got a few things. So I've been gone a little bit, but I'm going to show you what I have accomplished. I managed to replant my 2 soursop trees. They're in their own pot. I put them on some rollers. And these are the spinners for some of my green stalk towers. After I restacked those, I had extra ones in the garden. And so I used them, made use of them. Hold on. I see this one look like it's a little wobbly. Yeah. Fix that one up. So I got my 2 soursop trees in. I cleared out a lot of these squash plants over here. This one has some squash on it. Uh-oh, mosquito all on my phone. And I did hand pollinate. Whether they're going to take off and grow, I don't know. They look like it. I'm not covering it back. If the vine board get them, okay, I'm not going to be worried no more. I have this persimmons. I put that in, have it on a little roller. I'm going to take that paper off the thing. So I did get that done. Now what I'm finna do out here now, I'm gonna pick up. I need to clean up the garden. There's junk everywhere out here. And I need to pick up because it's just starting to look too wild. So I did get that done. I got that planted in and transplanted. I did all this before it got too hot. It's starting to get a little warm now, so I'm not transplanting anything else. I transplanted my comfrey. I have my comfrey here, and I kept the comfrey up above the soil just a little bit. I wasn't sure about what to do, how to plant it, if the crown of it needed to be up, so I kept it up. If not, you all tell me. I could come back and redo that. And also around here, earlier this morning, I planted out some crooked neck squash and one black zucchini plant, Black Beauty zucchini, and I put the net bag over them just to try to keep the vine board. I will try to get out here and hand pollinate these if, you know, once they get established. This one is way down in the bucket, but it has more than enough soil to grow. So it's in here. I do have it covered. And if I need to cover it with some shade cloth, I can do that as well. So I have that done. That is about the sum of what I've done out here. Husband been working on that tree that fell this morning. We had a whole tree that fell. If you all was tuned in to the previous things on the channel. And what I'm gonna do now is starting to heat up out here in this backyard. So I'm gonna start cleaning up. It's a big mess out here, child. Big mess. There's a bunch of junk out here. All that junk, and where I straighten up over there and cleaned up. I still need to, I got more jugs out here to fill up water, and I'm going to sit them around places in the garden so they won't be in the way. Empty buckets from the one from the persimmons tree and the soursop trees. Those pots going to remain here in the garden because I'm sure I'm going to find use for them. I did not plant this persimmons tree right here because it has 1 persimmon on it. And I do not want to take a chance on knocking it off. I really want to go ahead on and get it planted. And the pot for it is right here. That will be here. But I did not want to take a chance on knocking that off. So I did not bother that. So that's what I'm going to be doing out here in this garden now, is cleaning up my mess, rearranging things back. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go inside because it is getting hot. Honey, ants are everywhere. I had to go inside and get the raid because while I was getting the little spinners to use, because I had like 5 spinners sitting around. I was like, well, they just sitting over there. I got the wheels for them. I might as well use them. So if a pot get heavy and I need to move something, I could put it on, have it on that, and just move it and roll it out of the way. So I was doing that, and there was some spider webs on it. So I went to sweep them off, honey. A big spider about this big came out of the thing, about that big, a brown one. It was, that thing was moving so fast. It was moving so fast, like I do not want to be caught. But I went and I sprayed around on the ground around my raised bed. You know, everything is in a pot here, in a container of some type. But I was trying to get that sucker, and I sprayed around my doorway because I do not want it to think it could come near my door. You know, I was like, oh, I was hollering. Baby was like, what is it? What is it? I was like, a spider. That thing to me in my mind is as big as my hand. But it was pretty big. It was a good little size with them legs and then that thing on its back. I was like, ew, gross. Ugh, I hate it. but you know, we outside, and it was brown too. So I don't like those kind, because brown recluse and the black widow, those are dangerous spiders. I do know that. But I couldn't catch them. But I sprayed around every place that I could, you know, because I don't want to spray my food. And I made sure that my y'all look at my asparagus. My asparagus is just as green. I still water it and take care of it, and it's still growing, but I pushed it all in there. It was hanging all over. I was like, But that's the work that I had got done today as far as planting. That was my goal. I really came outside this morning and said I was going to fertilize, but they've been calling for rain every day, and so far they've been right about us getting rain. They just have not been right about the time we supposed to get rain. So I do believe we are going to get rain later today. And I don't want to take time out here going through. It's not a lot of plants out here in the garden because a lot of these towers are empty or have 2 or 3 plants in them, because I went through pulling things that had went out. I didn't want it just sitting in the soil, things that had done dried out, rotten out, or whatever. I went Monday and Tuesday of last week, and what was it, Monday and Tuesday? Saturday and Sunday of last week, because I worked Monday and Tuesday, then was off Wednesday and Thursday and took the kids back. And so Saturday and Sunday of last week, I went through all these towers, cleared out everything, and got anything that wasn't, you know, that was through growing. I got rid of them. So a lot of these towers only have 2 or 3 things in them. So it wouldn't take me long to fertilize, because I'm only going to fertilize where I see a plant. I'm not fertilizing the whole thing, you know, the whole soil. I'm going to fertilize the tiers where I see plants at. I will fertilize that whole tier, all the pockets on that one tier. But I do know it's going to rain, and I didn't want to be fertilizing if it rained hard enough or it rained all day and kind of wash my little fertilizer out, which I do know is, you know, after rain, this soil still be dry sometimes. So I might come back out later this evening and fertilize. Husband took a break from cutting down the tree. Our saw gave out, so he's just doing the best he can. He just want to get something done on it. And we might either just buy a saw or go rent one just to, you know, get that tree up, because that's unexpected. The other tree we had planned on just letting it sit till we felt like getting to it, but then when you got another tree down, that's a lot in this little backyard. You know, we don't want it too junky back here. All right, my AC has kicked on, so I'm going to end this video. I just want to come back and show you all what I have got done in the garden so far this morning. It is now, I came out here at 7, and it is now 10:54, and it's starting to warm up a little bit. The sun is starting to come out, so I'm gonna go head on. I may not go in. I'm gonna stay out here and do a little more, but if I get into something else, I'll get back with you guys. GG fam, I'll see you in this garden later.